I made the biggest decision of my life. I left the US and moved to South Africa. I didn't have it all figured out. I just knew there was something missing. Peace, freedom, alignment. So I followed that pull.
So I was like, babe, we need to move. Like, I want to leave the country. And he was like, okay, what country do you think we should go to? I said, well, I have a list of about 5. The first place on the list was South Africa, Cape Town specifically. We went there, and within 30 minutes of touching down, for the first time, I knew that I wanted to live in Cape Town, South Africa for the foreseeable future.
And we are off. First stop, Chicago O'Hare. Final destination, Johannesburg, South Africa. This kid's happy, I'm happy.
You can search the whole world, but there's nothing like South Africa.
I love it here. The people are so nice. Everybody is so kind and friendly. The food is so fire. And the vibe is just different.
Hi everyone, immigrated back to Cape Town, South Africa with my British husband to start our new journey. But first things first, we had to sell our house. This was so emotional for myself and Tom because this was the first ever house we owned as a married couple.
A year ago, I made the biggest decision of my life. I left the US and moved to South Africa. I didn't have it all figured out. I just knew there was something missing. Peace, freedom, alignment. So I followed that pull. I've changed careers. I've traveled the world. I've done so many things, but I've done it all scared. I never let fear stop me, not once. Starting over in my 30s has been the most liberating, life-giving experience. And God sent helpers. My community held me down. I had family support, and somehow I found myself in a way I never imagined. I didn't make a big announcement when I left. I kept that part of my story close and to the people close to me. But now I'm ready to share, not for attention, but to inspire. To anyone craving more from life, it's never too late to begin again. This journey has brought me so much peace, and for that, I'm endlessly grateful. Here's to what's next.
Quick story time on how I chose to move to South Africa. Literally one day I was laying in the bed stressed about living in the rat race that is America, and I decided that I wanted something different for myself, for my family, for our experience just living. And I sent Kenzo a text message. This is Kenzo. Kenzo, I was like, babe, we need to move. Like, I want to leave the country. And he was like, okay, what country do you think we should go to? I said, well, I have a list of about 5, but we need to go and visit. And after we visit, we'll be able to make the decision. The first place on the list was South Africa, Cape Town specifically. We went there, and within 30 minutes of touching down, for the first time, I knew that I wanted to live in Cape Town, South Africa for the foreseeable future. Now, fast forward to today, I'm visiting KZN in South Africa. I'm at Ballito Beach, and it's just giving me more inspiration, more reason, more to love in South Africa. I mean, really? This beach is amazing. Imagine living 10 minutes away from this, and your kids get to walk to school, and you get to experience the people and the culture here in South Africa. I don't even have words for how beautiful this experience has been for us, but let this be your sign. If you're thinking about leaving the country, not just for South Africa, not for anywhere specific, but if you just want to leave, please go. You can. Just go.
All right, today's the day. No time for games. Let's get into it. My sister and my niece came to see me off. My mother gave me a blessing. Love her so much. We got the truck all packed up. Got to get our last little selfies in. Give lots of hugs. Oh, I love my mommy so much. All right, stay focused. Everything and everyone is loaded up. Mom is giving her grandbabies those kisses. And we are off. First stop, Chicago O'Hare. Final destination, Johannesburg, South Africa. This kid's happy, I'm happy. Follow and holla for more.
You can search the whole world, but there's nothing like South Africa. You can go to every country in this world, but you will come back and realize over and over, time and time again, that there's nothing like South Africa. The people, the food, the spirit of community.
Everybody's always asking me why I moved to South Africa. How did I choose Cape Town? Why am I thinking about moving to Durban? What do you mean, why? Maybe this will help you understand why I want to live in Cape Town, South Africa, or Durban, South Africa for the rest of my days. For the foreseeable future, I want to be beachside. I love it here. The people are so nice. Everybody is so kind and friendly. The food is so fire. And the vibe is just different. If you're in the States, if you've ever been to Hawaii, it's similar, but not the same. Not the same. I lived in Hawaii for 3 years, and I would say that living in Cape Town is better. It's better. It's just better. It's just better. This is why I moved. People ask me every single day, why did y'all move here? Why did y'all choose here? Girl, can you see? The sun is setting. It's 4:30. This is winter in Durban. Yeah, so that's why, guys. That's why I moved.
All right, guys, let's go. We're going to the coffee shop. That's the crew back there following me. They all back there. All these Americans are coming to get some this amazing property. So, guys, follow me today, and you'll see the crew back there. They for real. Except that one right there. That is all good. So, all right, guys. See y'all guys on the inside.
Hi everyone, immigrate back to Cape Town, South Africa with my British husband to start our new journey. But first things first, we had to sell our house. This was so emotional for myself and Tom because this was the first ever house we owned as a married couple. But once that was over, we had to start planning our journey and, getting our paperwork ready and everything, and it was a lot of hard work. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. My father-in-law is such a legend. He dropped us at the airport. We flew from Gatwick Airport. He's such a legend, honestly. Thank you, Steve. We are so grateful for yourself. And Jackie, your partner, thank you guys. And then just before our flight, we just had a quick bite to eat. I just popped into WH Smith to get a few British snacks for my friends and family. I'll get them to do a taste test for you guys. And then it was time to reflect on our life in the UK and get on our plane. I also bumped into this amazing South African aunt who kept me company before we boarded. We flew with Air North, a budget airline. Tom and myself only paid £500 per person for this flight. Obviously, it was a one-way flight. It was not a return, but I would highly recommend them. They are very good. The staff is really, really friendly. Made myself comfortable. I like to put my slippers on and my pillow before I set off, and then get ready for an 11-hour flight. Guys, if you know, you know. Not all the TV in the world can help you relax. Honestly, it is so hard to sit down for 11 hours and you can't sleep on a flight. For food, they gave us a veggie pasta, a bread roll with butter, and then for dessert we had pineapple slices and water. It wasn't too bad. It was actually okay. I rate the food a solid 5 out of 10. It was okay. It could have been worse. And then it was time to wake up in Cape Town, you guys. I was so tired. Tom was tired. We were both tired. But this is us at Cape Town International Airport, and we are so grateful to be here. We are so, so grateful for all the opportunities that life has given us. God has been so good to us. And also just a quick reminder, you don't have to keep following me if you don't want to see our new journey in Cape Town, South Africa. You're more than welcome to unfollow. And for those of you who are choosing to stay, let the good times roll. And I can't wait to share our new journey with you guys. Okay, bye.
Here's 1 year of my life in 1 minute since moving to South Africa. Everyone's always asking how much it costs. I'll say I spent about $20,000 on the relocation. That's what we used for the first 6 months, getting acquainted, getting into Airbnbs, doing our first car rentals, sightseeing, figuring out exactly where we wanted to stay. We moved around in Airbnbs for about 3 months just to figure out what side of the city we wanted to stay on. We had only visited Cape Town once before we moved, and we knew that it's where we wanted to be. Shortly after that, we put the boys in school, and it's been smooth sailing ever since. Yes, the plane tickets are extremely expensive. I would say about $1,000 if you're lucky, $2,000 on the usual. So we haven't been back to the States since we moved here, and I'm honestly not thinking about going back anytime soon. Everything that I could ever want is here in South Africa. Everything that I need is here in South Africa. This is Mexican night at a resort in Durban. Like, what? The views speak for themselves. This is why we moved. Let me let y'all get back to the video.
Yeah, there you go, King, right there. Get high, boy.
This is your sign to leave America. Yes, girl, you can leave. You don't have to be stuck where you were born and raised at. You do not have to continue to stay there and endure the things that are going on, especially if you look like me. By that, if you know, you know. We don't have to stay there. We don't have to keep suffering. There are other countries that will welcome you with open arms. There are other countries with lower cost of living. There are other countries where you'll be able to really stretch your budget, make the most of your life, and actually live. Imagine living to live and not just to work. Are you living to work? Because I know when I stayed in the United States, I was definitely living just to work, just to continue to live. Here in KZN, South Africa, I am living my best life. In Cape Town, South Africa, living my best life. Look at these views. Leave the United States, please.